my friend Meg over at Know Me has a person working for her, Rachel, that used to work here, and when Meg was like, oh, I'm gonna challenge Courtney, Rachel's like, oh, you should give her rose water. She hates it. I think of two things when I think of rose water. I think of grandmother curtains, and I think of the movie like Water for Chocolate. She gets these flowers for being the cook of the ranch for a year from her secret lover, and her mother gets mad. She throws the roses into a sauce, and like everybody loves it, which I don't have that effect with like roses. So it's used a lot in Middle Eastern dishes and Turkish dishes, so it's kind of like, all right, I'm not familiar with that either, so it was fun. It was challenging.
So it's rose alcohol, really?
Yeah, pretty much. I had a bottle of rose extract and a bottle of rose water, and the extract, I think we looked at the proof on it and it was like 180 proof, and we're just like, oh my gosh, this is kind of lethal, and it was like, let's do shots. I'm like, no. I was like, get away from my bottles. So I'm gonna show you how I did the financier. Basically, I already did the brown butter, put the rose water in it, so it's very fragrant already down here. I'm gonna put egg whites, turn that on, and I'm gonna add sugar and salt. Do dark brown sugar and regular, granulated. And then I went ahead and did the almond flour, ground pistachios, baking powder, and flour. So it's all ground up in the RoboCoupe and just kind of finely together. So then I'm gonna add the cooled brown butter and rose water. I tried making syrups with it and like just kind of different ways to incorporate it into a dish. I even thought about doing a ginger beer rosewater sorbet, and the rosewater just overwhelmed it so much that it wasn't what I wanted. I was like, all right, this is scrapped. With Slurping Turtle and Takashi, I do a lot of macaroons and I do a lot of cream puffs, and that's kind of the easy way out. So I decided I wanted to do something a little more what I would enjoy eating. I love financier cakes with the brown butter. Just, they're really rich. Just something I've always enjoyed. I currently have like a coconut one on the menu. I went ahead and made a blackberry fluid gel. Set it with agar and then Vita prepped it with some Simple. And I left it kind of thick. I don't want it really runny. It's at the consistency where you could either like brush it on, but I want to do something a little more abstract, so I'm gonna put the financier. And this is the yuzu curd. I use this a lot. I have it in one of the macaroons over at Slurping Turtle, and it's something that I love just having around. Just, I can throw it on a birthday plate. When I was doing all this, I was like, I kind of want to do an ice cream with it. And I was like, no. Oh, I could do panna cotta, and I just did something really light in flavor. It has a little bit of cardamom in it, but I just want mainly the cream out of it just to give it that smoothness for the rest of the dessert. Break it up a little bit. Not overpowering the rose, so it's very subtle. It gives it that extra something. With yuzu, you're gonna have your bright citrus. With like the cream, it's just like a nice soft flavor, and the pistachio is just there for like a crunch, but that rose water just really kind of pulls out all the extra flavor, so I kind of like it. Secret's out. I went in there Saturday and was kind of chatting with him. I'm like, hey, what are some of the things that you're kind of like challenging yourself with? And he said something about Greek masticat, and I was like, all right, you dropped that one, and I want to see you do something with this. So